afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on, well, crossing in the woods, or Crossroads winter. In the north it is Fortune, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 1st Panzerdivision Western South, it is Band. Fighting for the Red Army, Socialism, Communist Darling, and the 10th Tank Corps we got Jaeger Armor, German Infantry, and Storm Doctor with Triple Infantry for Fortune versus Urban Defense Guard Motor and Shock Rifle here for Band with Triple Infantry as well, double Grenadiers versus double Conscripts. No sign of the, well, venerable MD-42 for Fortune as of yet, more focusing on just getting our infantry troops to fight the Soviet scourge with, as Band of course is similarly focusing on infantry to deal with the fascist bastards. So we got a lot of movement here across the field already. And we go, first doctrine chosen is a Storm here for Fortune. A less chosen doctrine, or one less used, but it is nonetheless a bit handy if you know how to use it, though it's still not say it's very much one that fits the whole Storm idea, but you know, it does have its usages. We'll obviously see how much Fortune can use of it, since most players will then usually only make use of a very few set of the abilities. For example, Regal Mines tend to be overlooked, ambush camp training, get some uses, smoke bombs, howitzers and Stuka bombs, right, tend to get more usage out of those three abilities. Third grenade, you've got Fortune still on stand MD-42, a bit more risk versus the Soviets, since again they catch you off guard, then you can end up struggling a bit there versus the Soviets. Either way, securing the east side here, going for the eastern fuel as Fortune is heading centre, and also very slowly east. In fact, he's not quite hanging for any of the fuel points so far specifically, going to centrewards, so in fact Salfords. Going to clash into Conscript there. Moving up towards the fuel, we got sandbags here by the victory point there. Third Grenadier squad off in there, go first engagement with Grenadiers and Conscripts here by the carve point. Conscripts quickly falling out of range, so we can just move up there, but there you go. Grenadiers pursuing now, moving ahead here for the farther lane, going to hit the carve point there, deny. Band a bit of resources earlier, going to be the bandits moving against Conscripts, of course, to try and prevent that, offset that. Got fighting around the carve point, that's Grenadiers versus Conscripts. Could move for the western field, of course, now got Grenadiers being overwhelmed by the Conscripts. Band, of course, quick to strike down on Fortune's fascist friends there. Grenadiers squad almost walked out and routed. Got the carve point there, denying him access to this fuel, at least for the time being. Third Grenadier squad moving in. No sign of anything further here for Fortune. And we got medics on the way for Band pretty early on. No sign of doctrine yet for Band. And as always, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Press that bell button. Helps me and hopefully also helps you get more notifications about my videos. Fourth Grenadier squad here so far. No sign of machine guns there for Fortune. Conscript looking up in the eastern side. Moving westwards there so far. No intent on the fuel. Of course, Crossroads is a larger map. So obviously we just have a good chunk of it. You're actually still going to have a lot of fuel. So it's not necessarily as bad here, as long as you just get a good chunk of the map, and Fortune does have that. But still, having a fuel point is never an entirely bad thing. Bunker up there, 4th Grenadier squad done. Got the car points, going to move on the western fuel point. That we got the Conscript could try and move in, though at 3 men, they're not going to do much there. Another Engineer squad here for Band. Engineers for Flamethrowers trying to threaten the Grenadiers here, but with Grenadier squad sticking together, it's going to be difficult here for Band to close in. But there you go. Got a flank here, it's going to try to disperse Fortune's force along the Engineers, then close in on some Grenadiers. More Grenadiers moving in as Band's assault there continues, but the appearance of the one Grenadier squad here apparently holds him back. Maybe he's worried about machine gun hiding behind. He doesn't know that Fortune does not have any MD-42s yet, though at this point he may start to begin having suspicion that Fortune has no machine guns of the heavier kind. No tech yet. We got bunkers up there for Fortune. No sign of anything further here for Band. Engineers moving up. Engineers, well, Engineer squad plus Conscript moving in here. Grenadiers in every car by the centre point. The flank units, of course, quickly pushing them back. Conscript going up in the northern flank here. The Grenadiers here. Sweeping through here in the centre. And there you go, Grenadiers squad falling back here. They're also like to have to retreat soon. Got Grenadiers moving up the right, moving into the line of fire Engineers. Other Grenadiers squad then to find out from the flame for Engineers. Conscript down to 4 men. Lots of action here. Other troops heading out there from Band space. Fortune's forced here to establish a defensive line around his carve point as there's nothing else left. More or less, we got a lone Pioneer squad sneaking about here behind the rear lines. Almost got the tech down there. Troops reinforcing. Grenadiers being pursued aggressively. Pioneers moving up here. He could, in theory, once he has the munitions laid on S-mines, and hoping can say cause the Band to retreat into that. That could be quite helpful there for Fortune, though chance of him doing that, of course, are less likely. But he could try. And there we go. We got missions for something else instead, though I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he is actually laying down S-mines. He is laying down S-mines here on the carve point. I know the way he's done it, actually, is that such a man, it does require as much munitions, I suppose. Nice work there. Briefly looked how he's spending munitions on an ambush training upgrade, so nice work there. If units are now retreating, they could risk running into it. We've got no mines, of course, so it's going to further make things awkward here. In this case, the units retreating down the path, so that's lucky there for Band. Slightly undermines Fortune's S-mines. Still, it's a pretty cheeky one. Of course, signals to Band he has to be careful about his rear lines because at any point in time, Fortune could be creeping up, then laying down mines in them. So that's pretty sneaky there. Need to get the Pioneers back soon though, so he can get up some tech there. Also need to recapture his fuel there. He's going for the Eastern Fuel instead. Basically, just handing over the West now here to Band. Basically, thinking the East is open. Not a bad move there from Fortune, to be honest. Pioneers, they're about to get wiped out. Need to retreat them. What are you doing, Fortune? Rückzug. Let's put company up here. Minesweepers up there for the engineers. He's pursuing them. Pioneers need to retreat now. There we go. Then there's something at the car point and the fuel point in the east. Got the point there. There we go. Gunners could try and late from S-Man, or rafting it off, focuses off the S-Mans on the engineers, and that's exactly what he's doing here. Bold. Close one there, but not quite unfortunate for Fortune. Popping into the building instead, engaging the engineers up close. As they're standing in the middle of negative cover. Pioneers can begin building like to make a nice company here for Fortune. Engineers still slowly being bled out. Need to be careful here. Would certainly be a bit unfortunate for Band. If it's loose, the tank might bring this next target here for Band and the Red Army. It's going to move ahead there in terms of tanks. No bad move. Soldier going for shock round, going for shock troops here versus Fortune. Could be quite uncomfortable as well there for Fortune. Grenadiers moving up. Seizing these munitions, so they are conscripts there ready to deal with them. Up north, we've got conscript Grenadiers as well there. A lot of one-on-one engagements, which is where the Grenadiers can struggle. Particularly if they're not the ones in heavy cover. It's a bit riskier for Fortune. His forces are quite extended versus Band at the moment. He's going to do something to turn that around. We've got the, like we've got a 250 half track. Not enough munitions to actually upgrade it right away, so we actually using it to reinforce his troops on the front line, but also move them about. Which certainly would make a heavy Grenadier build, I think, much more sensible. So, like, if you're really going for that many Grenadiers, you really need something to, like, you know, make them work a bit more smooth on the battlefront, which is where a lot of players tend to show, say, hit a brick wall. But with the 250 half track, you sort of, you know, get them that maneuverability in the front line you need, and durability, since, again, otherwise four-man squads just can't last long without a machine gun to back them up. But with a half track, they do get that. Panzer squad backing up is not a bad idea either, although we got the 250 half track out here for Fortune and the first Panzer Division. 250 half tracks were usually handed out as transports, at least to the first battalion of any Panzer Division. It was usually then also denoted as an armoured Panzer Grenadier battalion, as a little fun fact. Finish against the country there. Popping Panzers into it, not a bad move there. Popping up Panzers at close range can be quite effective. No anti-tank grenades yet here for Band. It's going to be one. We got a maximum, got a march as well. Good mining there by Band. 250 half track rushing ahead here for Fortune. Countering on eastern fuel point, western one being claimed. Pioneers bring it straight into the mine though. Grenadiers popping out the half track out the point here. Meanwhile, half track to move straight ahead for the card point. Trying to maybe block the retreating units, but not quite working out. They're still hitting the card point there with the punch Grenadier half track combo. Nice active engagement. The course, and I've threatened to just rush the Maxman there with the unit. Quickly holding him to cover. T-70 halfway done. He will need some anti-tank weapons there. Maximum repositioning. Need to get the car point there for the eastern fuel. And he also is obviously going to need a car point. But there you go, half track. Rushing away though. We could actually think this opportunity to pop the Panther since the half track could add some good machine gun fire. T-70 almost done. He may also, if possible, lay down some Regal mines for the half track here. Since again he's got no anti-tank weapons, at which point at least being able to mobilise a tank would be quite helpful for Fortune and the German army. And there we go. Oh, that looks like we don't go. Do we? Okay, we got Regal mines down here for Fortune. Grenadiers popping in. They can of course also heal them. So that way again they don't need the medic bunker. At least need it less. Grenadiers versus the conscript moving from the west. T-70 sending out to eastwards here for Band and the Red Army. Pioneers need to be careful again. But there you go. We got the Regal anti-tank mine down. Western fueling seized by the engineers for the mines was up. Of course, they want to be clear about that. No sign of patch yet here for Fortune. T-70 moving ahead there. Oh! Oh! And it goes off. The Regal mine has immobilized the T-70 light tank as the treads are blown clean off. Oh dear. In most cases, if a tank crew found itself under fire with the tread blown off, the crew would usually abandon certain crews that were not allowed. In fact, they could only abandon a tank that was completely inoperable. Otherwise, they would risk being sent to, well, a penal battalion if they weren't just shot. So there you go. He was able to quickly seize upon that, popping the gun into the half-tech, rushing close and then knocking out the T-70. Clever move there with Fortune. A punishing blow there to Band, and certainly shows what a Regal mine can do if you actually use it. So thumbs up, they're fortunate up not needing that pack 40 after all, I suppose. And in fact, he's now using that to take ahead. They're using that momentum gain from him. He's even regal minding his space in case his opponent's trying to rush in there with something further down the road. Not bad. Bit of force up there for Fortune. Not bad at all. We'll need to fix up the 250.5 though, as it is rather dinged up. Also worth noting, ambush camouflage and the Panzer going to deal it. Very good. Then he's moving westwards here, constantly holding up. Eastern Corps on the scout needs to get the Pioneers to fix up that 251 Mittelschützen Panzerwagen. It'll be a shame for Fortune to lose it now. He's only done such good work there for the fatherland. Constantly holding up here as Fortune's men push through the centre. Still no sign of machine guns. Would still like to see one hand machine gun team there. I suppose you could just be planning to grab bands and claim that one for Deutschland. As for Band, he may want to try and take up once he gets the fuel, but he's certainly struggling. In this regard, Fortune has been able to keep him a bit off kilter there. And Band may in fact want to consider fuel cache to offset some of the fuel losses here versus Fortune in long term. Though for now, he's at least turning around. Punch, they're ready to ambush anyone approaching the fuel point there with assault rifles. Ready to hose them down. Engineers, they're not entirely sure if there's anyone waiting for them with assault rifles. And German curse words. There we go. Attempted with a bun grenade. Bando was sharp enough to get out of there. He sensed the trap, and in this case, his paranoia was very much correct. Less said his Grandma Hyacinth's 72nd birthday. Things did not go well there. Shocks moving at the Clarifont Grenades moving in there. MD42 almost down there for Fortune. Sounds to be used for them as the shock troopers. After they will be able to help a bit there. Fortunately for him though, Bandit's not behind the anti-tank weapons. He's not using any anti-tank grenades yet. Clearly indicating he's not taking that 250.5 tech too seriously. Sis 3 divisional field gun. Okay, that's going to definitely be a problem there for the 250.5 tech. Also any armor that Fortune may be able to get. Go getting the shock troopers. Our negative cover, there's certainly more easy targets here for the German infantry advancing here. From the 1st Panzer Division. Quick grenade there. Maximum moving up on the eastern side here, being the most skirmishing. Conscript close. The Panzer will definitely win that one. Conscript stand no chance against the Matt of the Sturmgewehr at point blank range. More up as well for Fortune, part of artillery support. Good uses there, bring up some support weapons. We've got machine and ambush attack. Camouflage there on the curve, fuel point, and the curve point. I know that feels like where you want to be using a machine gun bunker, to be honest, but that's just me. Ali 2.5 tech almost fixed up again. Mortar opening up to the maximum is making soon enough. Punch there down to little health. He's either going to have to get the half tick up to them. He just needs to retreat them because right now they're in a condition where they won't be able to survive much more contact with enemy forces. Going to be forced to retreat. Maxim popping out. Constant press take fire there from the Panzer going to deal it. Maxim routed. 250 half tick needs to get out there to the front line here to assist the Panzer. They need to get out there. No. He's definitely pushing his luck there, Fortune. Sis 3 visual field coming up in the centre there. West side there, mostly so controlled. You can see their Fortune's pushing back with Grenadiers. Punches the conscript. Spam grenade here be a pretty handy thing. And send the artillery barrage and then 42 conscript 250 half to go up there as well. Punches there need to be very careful. Machine gun wipe, but of course he can quickly recruit with the 250 half nearby. Punches there super low on health. Fortune is really pushing his luck on that one. There you go, popping up the Pioneers. There you go, down to one man. Fortune finally gets the message and retreats them. Accruing here though, in the midst of burning fires, a bit more risky, but of course with the half-taking, you just need to reinforce them so he doesn't retreat out of them. So again, 250 half-take here, paying off dividends for Fortune, and not just helping mobilize T-70s, but allowing again to just keep a better field presence against the Band and the 10th Tank Corps. So good work there, good work. Kind of this retreating. The scout, the tech was not doing anything with it yet. Shocks was moving ahead there through the smoke, engagement left flank, machinery repositioning. And of course, in a pinch, you can use the half-tick to basically block any infantry trying to rush straight at the machine gun. He's buying himself some more time that way. Field on the right needs to get the half-tick out of there. Schnell. It'll be a shame for Fortune to lose it now, by the way. Half-8 to 52. Mechanized armor coming in for Band. You can soon push for T-34 Swin 6s. Fortune has no anti-tank weapons, no armor either. So Fortune could find himself in a bit of an awkward spot. And so needed something about that soon. Par needs to get that support cop. He may have to rush up the Stuke here. Versus the Band and the Red Army. And the half-track need to be hauled back for repairs, I think. Oh, we got Regal Mounts on the west side as well. Very good, very good. Thumbs up there to Fortune. That is his 3rd Regal Mount, I believe. Shock troops there, MD42 there. Mortifying the maximum again. The Grenadier there for continuing to unleash hell from above. As Fortune, the first Panzer unit continues to fight against the 10th Mecha Tank Corps. Hey, modified, they almost got the Maxim. Band is not far off from the T-34, so in the 6th of course, maybe trying to jump from the IS-2 or the KV-8 heavy tank. That could certainly also be an idea there for Band, though a bit more risky. So could give Fortune more time to bring up armor of his own. Though so far, Fortune is not. Panzer there, gaining T2 has collapses. But bombing off here. Did he actually get the Regal Mine? Oh, this there. But he may be worried about mines. He just want to blast out any potential fascists hiding in the dark there. Obviously aware of the ambush tactics that Fortune is enacting. And there he goes. His field gun that gets flanked by the Panzers and routed. Pushed back to space alongside the contact squad there. Left side is open now. Hit Fortune and the German army once more. T-34 looks there for Band and the Red Army. Fortune is only, well, he has no anti-tank guns. And of course, more importantly, he has no armor either. He's in fact going for tier 4. A bit ambitious there from Fortune, I'd say at the moment. A bit ambitious. It couldn't end up a bit poorly here depending how Band plays it out. Or at least he's going to need a lot more Regal Mines to have a chance. To go like that T-34 is going to give Fortune a really bad headache. Still anti-tank grenades by here from Band and the 10th Tank Corps. We got Maximus the Gundiers. There you go. T-34 gets mobilized here for the Red Army to take on Fortune. Half-Tech calling back then for repairs. Very close to Betsy 2 there. Very good. Guns at the centre. No, worth noting is yet to upgrade is going to be used for anything. Part of the course been spending munitions on Regal Mines and such. Which obviously makes it hard to find munitions for light machine guns. So Pomacop there, so he went for tier 4 and then he builds his Pomacop. Guess it's in response to the T-34 scene, realising if he tried to go for the heavy Panzer Corps, then he's going to be in trouble. So at least Fortune is able to, you know, adapt his strategy. He may have been planning for a tier 4 rush here, but with the arrival of the T-34, at least the tank, he probably can hear it. He's obviously aware that he can't go for that. At least not without risking too much. I mean, he could try to go for packs to stall out, but that could easily backfire at this stage. In particular, since he may be thinking he's up against, you know, well, he's always up against shock rifle, in which case the incendiary artillery barrage couldn't very quickly disable his anti-tank guns. He's actually going for one now, so he's going to go for both a pack and a panzer, I guess. Mixed response. Oh, we better just go for a pack and a Panzer IV than trying to stall for the possible Panther here. Though if he's going for it, he definitely needs to go for it soon. Otherwise it won't matter. Shock to push back the gun of these. Pack 40 halfway down there for Fortune and the first Panzer to be short. On west side you got Panzer the Radio. Oh, they're spotted. The ambush didn't quite work out there. I told you, Fetch. Trying to pretend with tombstones didn't work out. But they would rip Ivan on my uniform. Ja, weil sie not gonna buy that, now are they? Bundle grenade off there. 250 after that. Continue to act as a bit of a beacon there for Fortune Infantry and support weapons. T-34 moving about. Still a son of tanks there. Feels like a bit Fortune may have forgotten about it. The son decided he had other plans. 7 kills the mortar, though it's also rather on health. Wonder what's been shooting. Is it the field gun, maybe? I need to be careful for the half-tech. Contact active routed. Does he still have anti-tank grenades? He does not. 250 half-tech push back. More firing down engines in the centre. Fortune the defense versus Banty and the Red Army. Need to get that Panzer out soon, Fortune. Field gun moving into the Gundies. Bit incautious movement there by Band. Could be punished here by Fortune. He could clear it out and secure it for his own German needs. Sandbags being held in on the west. We got 34 versus 73. Markman doing something in their base there soon, Fortune. Get out the field gun. Band continuing to go for another T-34. He could also try and stay up now. Popping out the Pioneers, but still not sign anything further than the base of Fortune and the German army. Oh, there was, I believe, a resource drop. Yeah, he's now building the heavy Panzer Corps, so I guess he had it. This Pommer Corps was a panic reaction in case, like, he wasn't entirely sure how Matt Bounce can handle his T-34. Decided, alright, he's not being that threatening with the T-34, and so he basically decided that if Band is not being that threatening with his T-34, he can get away with trying to stall for the heavy Pensacola with a Pack 40. I can see the logic in it. It's not what I recommend to most players, but I can see the logic in it here from Fortune. It's still pretty risky, and of course if Band had, you know, been more aggressive, or Fortune again just misread that aggression, he could have been in much bigger trouble. Oh, we're charging in there, killing one community by simply running it over. Bad luck there. He's not far off from the Panther, the Panzer Kampfwagen for his Band. Band may want to consider fuel caches, again to assist with resources. So at this point, he's likely just setting up for the IS-2, in which case, you know, the more fuel he can acquire from the IS-2, the better. And similarly, I imagine that's why Fortune's running around cutting off the resources to make that harder to pull off. Panzer there. May want to spring the ambush soon here. He's about to lose his fuel, and there you go. Geballte Ladung. Strengthen it to the shock troopers. Good push there, almost wiping out the entire unit. We've got ace level shock. Panzer with this. Shock troopers ready to, though, fall like leaves in autumn. Good wipe there. We got gun this time. We can equip the light machine guns. We got antenna artillery here on the MG42 near the pack as well. Hey, Panzer Corps, can I get the Panther? There you go. Panzer Kampfwagen for Fortune, the German army. Band is still some time away here from an IS-2. Again, fuel cache would be a really great investment there for him. At least he's cut off Fortune's fuel, making it harder for Fortune to bring up more tanks. T-54 outmaneuvering the Pack 40 could wipe it. That'd be pretty bad news for Fortune to the Panthers. That in particular, if Band were to secure it and turn it to his own purposes, that would actually mean the Panther have to go up against a field gun and a Pack 40, though enough he's not recruited yet. In fact, looks like Fortune is grabbing the Pack 40 and running off with it. A bold maneuver here by Fortune, pretty risky, but at the same time could allow him to catch Band's T-34 off guard and destroy it. Exactly, that's what happened. That will happen. Nice work there by Fortune. Nice work. Completely turn the tables on Band's T-34, and he's going to solidify that table turning with the arrival of the Panther, which is going to make it harder for Band to get a foot on the ground with any armor. So now it's Fortune who has two anti-tank guns once they recruit the Pack 40 and a Panther. How quickly the tides turn. Oh, we got the Panzer Kampfwagen out here for the German army, equipped with a high velocity 75mm gun. Engineers right here, gun is moving up. Panther moving westwards. Catching the engineers here. Quick shot there, missed. Troops are healing reinforcing. What will Band do next? Again, he has lost his anti-tank gun to Fortune. He's lost his tank. He's obviously aiming for the IS-2. How long before Fortune quickly takes most of the map away here from Band and the Red Army? Shock troopers pushing through the centre here. Panther clearing out lines of fire, but just crushing shrubbery and squirrels alike. Panther's moving up, 27 kills. Shock troopers moving up, constantly moving up. Nope, they've not been upgraded with 7-man squad. This is the one, the last one. Once more ambush for the Panther it is. Nice work there with Fortune. 2 thumbs up. And there you go. Quickly cutting down Pietrov in a matter of seconds. The Outlaw follows next. Panzer sweeping in there, crushing more foliage beneath its mighty armoured hulk. He's moving up there. Packs are abandoned. Troops are healing forcing. What will Fortune follow up with next? Band is not far off from the IS-2 heavy tank. The Josef Stalin 2. Panther advancing ahead for Deutschland. No pinball machine added to it. May want to do that for added anti-infantry. Maximum neck forced to fall back, since obviously that has no way of stopping the Panther. Judgment getting hit for Propagandacaster from several sides. Be careful about that. Routed. Using the west side, half need to be careful. So far, he's making pretty good use of the half there, the Fortune, though. A few more Regal mines here and there wouldn't hurt either. A few more Regal mines here and there would not hurt either. Seizing the road point here, Infantry being hit with Panther support. Band is close in terms of fuel to the IS-2, but manpower-wise is lacking behind here due to Fortune's aggression and pressure. And his Panzer Grenadiers. Panther railing hit there, crushing several infantrymen beneath its treads, leaving only ruin and death in its wake. Maxim there, wiped out by the Grenadiers here. Not got to her Band. He's very close to the IS-2, but right now his situation is looking a bit bad. Have to bring up there. He could actually didn't need to retreat. Gunners could just reinforce the half tech, but I guess Fortune decided he had other priorities. I didn't want to risk that. Fix up the 250 half tech and base half tech Panther can just pop the pioneers out and then quickly move them on with the half tech. Sneaky and solid tactical move at the same time there with Fortune. Good use the half tech so far. Back here, Band is pretty much just in holding to get the eyes too. Need something then push through all of Band's or Fortune's infantry support weapons with a bit more punch, and also something that can also threaten the Panther. Pinlock machine being added to the Panther, pioneers back in the half track. And there you go, eyes 2 now available here for Band and the Red Army. Adding the dish hand machine gun there as well on top. How will Band move against Fortune and his fascists? Packing up the crude. Troops reinforcing, healing, sending out. Eyes 2 advances. Comes retreating in the face of this mighty titan of solid steel. Machine gun also retreating. The armored fist of the Red Army smashes his way through Fortune's left flank as it is quickly pulled backfield and gets good hit. The Panther shoots bounces off the Panther's arm, or Eyes 2's armor. Bit of good luck there for Band. Though of course we will still need to fix it. Got of course 2 engineers got to do that quickly, so good there for Band. Troops are reinforcing. We'll of course need more armor to back up the Eyes 2 soon. Actually the 5 tanks will be good. Meanwhile we got a howitzer up here for Fortune, bringing artillery to help further put pressure on Band and support weapons. Not bad there, not bad there at all. Eyes 2 receiving repairs. Equipped with a 122mm gun. The Eyes Direct had a very slow rate of fire in the actual war since the shells were so baked they had to come in 2 parts. Meaning first like load the main bit and then the propellant afterwards, which did lead to a notably slow rate of fire compared to, well, other heavy armor really. It's a little fun fact there. Send the artillery here on the way for Band to further soften up Fortune defense pushing ahead here, but aiming after the Panther, hoping if something was around it, I think was a bit of a mistake there by Band. He basically wasn't wasting munitions on that one. Could have hit him with a machine gun. He could maybe try to catch the field gun with it. Instead, he just, like, he scorched some snow, but didn't really do much. They need to fix up the Eyes 2 again. Probably should have hit more on the eastern side. Now trying to outmaneuver Fortune and just trying to break him head on. Shock troops down the heavy fire from Band's Fortune's artillery, moving up the west side here. How's ready to begin bombarding here, Mr. Band. Shock troops there almost being wiped out with the German mortar fields. Got Panzer coming up the reed path, very good. Gonna do something on the western side. Eastwards here, we got conflict against the fuel point here. Gonna do squad opening up from an ambush position as well, very good there by Fortune. Good use of ambush camouflage. Shock troops right here, the Panzer is almost wiped out, but in this case they were fortunate enough to avoid death and destruction. Lots of scarf point and a lot of fuel from that. Plus munitions, bringing the Eyes 2 to deal with that. Shot there takes the Panthers down to half health. Continue to hit it with the Eyes 2. Panthers need to retreat sooner. They're going to get wiped here, which of course will be great for Band and the Red Army. Shot missed by far. Continuing the pursuit here, the Panthers are going to deal it. Almost landed wipe, but not quite going for the Gunners, but one ambush out there as well. Shot bounced. Shot missed. Panther flanking the Eyes 2 gets a pension hit. This is 3 divisional fuel only for Band. Panther charging straight at the Eyes 2 every tank, getting close enough to get hit with an anti-tank grenade. Or not. West side, we got the Western mix upon control there of Band once more. We got 211 versus 275. Eyes 2 being hauled back for repairs again. Troops reinforcing. 3 divisional field gun almost done here for Band. And we got the hard to find way there for Fortune and the 1st Panzer Division. Trying to murder stuff inside the base. Typically one of the least effective ways of using artillery, to be honest, since you're more likely just to miss stuff. In part because the range is long, so the scatter is just extra large, but you're never quite sure if they actually got anything in that you can kill, so it is usually the least effective way of using artillery, to put it very mildly. Eyes 2 good to go once more here for Band. Got the Sis gun ring up, got Incendiary called in once more, though. Oh, he's using the flare to call around to Fortune center position. Disrupting a bit there, but they quick home to the half-tech, avoiding the fires, though. It's going to be a bit toast inside the half-tech. Probably a bit like a self-propelled sauna at that point. Eyes 2 setting up their punches walk there. Ooh, pretty risky there by Fortune, to be honest. Could risk a wipe here with a bit of bad luck. 194 to 275. Panther scored wiped out. That was definitely a bad call. Their Fortune should have retreated sooner. Panther comes in here for the IS-2. IS-2 shoots, gets a bit of AoE damage in, but nothing serious. Panther there trying to outflank, but his pack exposes rear here to the SIS-3 gun. But we got to push it from the north machine gun, half nearby. IS-2 got the Panther down to half health. Field gun moving in as well there, trying to get a hit. Panther gets away though, good use of the train here by Fortune, at least more than worst here. Need to pull back the IS-2, I think, a bit. Plus the Panther both are risking a bit much here. Half take also need to be careful with Fortune, be ashamed to lose it now. He needs to fall back the SIS 3 divisional field gun before losing. Oh, blast one of his own men, I think, there with the IS-2. Nope, doesn't look like it anyways. Constantly being caught by Grenadiers with light machine gun and heavy machine gun still defending the eastern point. That's a maximum actually lost. West side there, concentrate the western munitions point there. More to force to fall back as well. He's close to more armor here, Band, but the question is, does he go for the HU-5, the T-34? He's trying to go for the KV-8. With the Panther about, he may want to consider the HU-5, though I could suppose understand a KV-8 to help deal with the anti-tank guns, at which point he could isolate the Panther. We'll see what it ends up with. We got another barrage inside the base here of Band. For a KV-8, he'd need 90 more manpower, but he does have the field for it. We got contact with the Maxim. Need to flank that. Got the Siscom bombarding pack 40 on the curve point. Direct hit wipes out half the crew, but also several engineers hit to the Siscom bombardment there from Fortune's divisional field gun. Can't suppress take on this joining in the fun as well. Still got the Western munitions, could try and hit the victory point there. We got 192 versus 255. It's doing some damage, but it's still killing absolutely no one. Hasn't even killed any medics. Comes to the reinforcing. IS-2 halfway done. We need manpower wise, he's definitely pushing himself a bit further from KV-8. Chuck something up, he catches the gun, squad off guard, pushing it away. Very good there. Got Regal mines up, aggressive mining there from Fortune. Very good there. IS-2 almost good to go. Panther there, very close to Destiny 2 as well. And the Schutzen of Destiny. Troops are reinforcing. Well, he should reinforce. No, again, he's trying to set up a thing for the KV-8 or something else. He definitely needs to make a decision on that soon. Got a new squad about to get hammered here by the IS-2 heavy tank. 7 kills so far. Shot goes wide off the mark. Doesn't need to set off the Regal mine, which would have been bad there for Fortune. Bit of skirmishing around here the center, but the shock troopers simply cannot pass through here. Fortune center defense. He's running out. And there go KV-8 heavy flamethrower tank away there for Band. We got into the options with the shock troops. We're pushing them back here. Good use of the ability there. Got the western point. Howard's halfway ready. Fortune could consider building some bunkers. I mean, he's almost a full pop cap, but he's got manpower, munitions to spare. A few machine gun bunkers in the right place, I think could be a very good investment for Fortune in case you have any sudden setbacks here. Or the Fortune's war turn against him all of a sudden. IS-2 shoots, misses, can lose the routed. KV-8 halfway down there for Band. Fortune's Panther is on the prowl for Deutschland. KV-8 halfway done. Legal mine spotted. What he may not actually realise. And there you go. Panther taking the field from the IS-2. IS-2 very close to 52 now. Panther shot bounces off the IS-2. Field was opening up as well there. Shot bounces off the Panther's armor. KV-8 halfway done. Engineer's about to get wiped. Oh, they got wiped up, meaning he has no way of spotting the Regal mines. His IS-2 is right on top of it. Shice. Or so completely hard. I'll pass right over it. Good hit on the Panther there, but he's about to lose his IS-2. If not to the Regal mine, then to Panthers and anti-tank guns. Shot bounced. Holy smokes. Artillery rain down in the base of Band. He's actually making good progress on the left flank. They actually cleared out some support weapons there. Not bad there at all. He might be able to catch the Panther with the anti-tank grenade and clear it out maybe, or at least make it hard for Band to fix it. I mean, Fortune to fix it. If he realises that he... Oh, he does pop it. He does pop it. Almost got it, but not enough still. It's going to keep it further away. We got the KV-8 moving into the Regal mine. That's another tank immobilized for Band. Its treads are gone and it's stuck in front of an divisional field gun. Gonna need to clean out his field gun so can't clear that out. Got a machine gun with the KV-8, but I fear it's lost. I fear it is a loss here for Band. Send the artillery called in this is for the divisional field gun. I don't think Fortune cares. We can get rid of the KV-8. That's going to be huge for him. And the KV-8 explodes. before the 3 divisional field gun is enveloped in a sea of fire, which actually misses it, just to add insult to injury there for Band. He still got his IS-2 heavy tank though, so it's not all a loss, and he still did some damage to Fortune, but the situation is, I would say, looking a bit precarious here for the Soviets. Those Regal mines, I'd say, by now has proven to be an amazing investment here for Fortune. I mean, so far, only 2 have gone off, but they've, you know, in some cases, critically halted some high-value units there for Band and prevented from, like, staging comebacks or getting control of the situation. Got a Stuka bombing strike inbound here versus Band. On the field guns, I think. Wow, 2 for 1. Well, no one's getting those field guns now, that's for sure. Shocks with the gunnies, got the half moving about here. Half HP shocks between the gunnies up close, got the max running up here. Recruit and once more re-ambush there. Good work by Fortune, constantly about there. IS-2 finally good to go here for the Red Army, very close to Veteran 2 there. We got 192 vs 214. Band still has a minor lead here in victory points of Fortune. He does also an IS-2 heavy tank. Gonna use heavy damage. The unit almost annihilated. Only 1 man runs. Ludwig. The rest are dead. Medics and their equipment. Child IS-2 moving up. They're crashing all the cover. The Maximus hiding behind. Pushing forward. Got a pack moving up here. Great hit in the IS-2 with the pack. 40 IS-2 misses because it's moving. Always keep in mind, unless you're a Sherman tank, you generally have a 50% penalty to accuracy while moving. He's going for the fragmentation shell. Almost takes out the pack 40 there. Instead we got a target weak point there on the IS-2, stuns the crew. Panther going for it, he's splitsing, he's going to get past the IS-2's gun and get behind the rear armor there. Bold maneuver, anti-tank cleared up, Panther stuck, but the IS-2's main gun is out. Oh shit, sick of the yard. He's trying to turn around here, doesn't work, and the IS-2 is out. Panther gains the ace level. Gets pelted with anti-tank grenades, but sadly it is too late, I think, now there. Fortune may want to replace some of those losses he's managed to build up. Again, machine gun banks should be getting investment at some point. Have to have support here with his own machine gun. 14 kills down the Ace Panther. Conscript infantry just forced away on the run here from Deutschland, who's bringing up more pioneers. In fact, lost his pioneer squad previously. Half trek halfway to the Ace level, sees the Western victory point there with the Grenadier squad. Got a Sturmpanzer on the way there. Will be laying down more Regal mines. Looks like the answer to that is 9. So Sturmpanzer, now that will certainly, I think, seal the deal versus Band. We'll have to see what he's going for. But it starts to look like he's aiming for another IS-2 heavy tank here versus Fortune. Panther, meanwhile, is still awaiting repairs here. Heavily damaged, but elite. Maximus and mortar there. Continuing in, they're charging head for the Red Army. North got chunked with the Gunneries, Sturmpanzer Fuya. Close to done. Season the Sunday Impossible Gunneries, carrying the point in there as well. Looking to deny Band as many resources as possible. Not bad. They still has the Western fuel point, so he can still have a chance to maybe hold out for an IS-2. The question is, will it be enough here versus the Ace Panther and everything else that Fortune has to support it? Plus, of course, an unknown number of Regal mines. Because if that IS-2 hits a Regal mine, it's definitely good night, Ivan. Hello, Gulag. Sturmpanzer sitting out there. Also known as Stupa Brumba, well, it was an allied dismissed. Again, years under fire, 150mm shell explodes right in the midst, causing grievous wounds and a 1 casualty there. Years all about to get wiped out. Then mortar stolen there. We've done that bit soon. Who knows? Something about look there for Band. Oh, we got that running off here. Center victory point of control. We got 177 versus 179. It's really close between the two in terms of victory points. Sturmpanzer rolling ahead there like a lumbering giant of anger, fear, and sauerkraut. Comes there on the run. IS-2 is very close. It's got the almost the fuel and the manpower there. Meanwhile, though, Fortune's on the prowl. He's going to race into the base. He's going to go for it. He's going to try and deliver the coup de grace here versus Band and shatter his hopes, his dreams. As if though they were just cheap porcelain imitations of the good stuff. The real life. And there we go. Mort almost wiped out. They're 2 kills. Band is firmly hoping for the IS-2 to arrive. Oh dear, he has to retreat round from the Sturmpanzer. Oh, so couple out again. He can go for the IS-2, but the question is, will it matter now? The Panther's also more or less operable. Sturmpanzer makes a swing around. Got them all to IS-2 arrives. IS-2 arrives. Most of the stuff inside his bases, I think, pretty much just toast now. Near score almost wiped out. Got the IS-2 pursuing the Sturmpanzer 4. Ace Panther needs to get a move on. Deutschland demands it. 161 versus 179. No Regal mines, and there you go. Direct hit from the Ace Panther. The IS-2. The IS-2 accidentally looks like it's a person that's rid to the Panther. Definitely a mistake there. Shot bounce. Damaged engine. Sturmpanzer looking to block further movement, allowing the Panther boys to deal with the IS-2. Another penetrating hit here. We got half to down Regal mines around the other side of the entrance there. I don't think it's going to matter now. The IS-2 is not going to be able to ground for that. And with this situation, Band surrenders. Loss here for the Red Army. A victory for Deutschland. A victory for German engineering. And of course, the humble half-track. Good use of that one. I think definitely those Regal mines played a crucial element in him winning this fight. I mean, just being able to stop that T-10 like that was pretty big. Plus the KV also just being stopped in his tracks was also very much handy there. Plus the other utility got from was pretty good there. Band, could have been a bit more maneuver at times, flanked a bit more and make better use of ability versus Fortune, but I would say Fortune definitely played well and to make sure to minimize Band's mobility as much as possible, so that was definitely playing to strength there. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial LinkedIn. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.